Today on the channel, we're going to check out NECA'S The Bride of Frankenstein Ultimate Frankenstein's Monster with Chair. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Hansel and welcome to spooky season. Here we go. We are in hot and heavy spooky season. We are in, today is September 4th. So you know what that means. That is my wife's birthday. So happy birthday, Tina. I love you so much. Thanks for all you do. Happy birthday. And tomorrow, happy anniversary. Yes, we got married the day after her birthday. How do you like that? All right, let's get into this right now. Now, this is The Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's Monster, and Chair. So there is no bride in here. It's just the monster and the chair. Now, the Frankenstein's Monster is based on The Bride of Frankenstein. If you've seen the Universal Monsters movie, it is pretty much just Frankenstein Part 2. He does have new makeup. He went through the fire and fell through, through the windmill and all that. So he's all kind of tore up and looks a little different than he did in the original Frankenstein. And it is 4 years later. 4 years later as a movie. I think it's supposed to be immediately after the events of Frankenstein. But I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. I do like it, but of all the big Universal Monsters movie, this is probably my least favorite. I can't really pin down why. I think mostly because it's not in the book. I'm a big Frankenstein fan of the novel. I love the Mary Shelley's book. I love it. And I might like the movie better if it didn't have Elsa Lanchester plays Mary Shelley in the beginning of the movie, and she talks about how this is that wasn't the end of the story. Let me tell you the rest of the story. And then she comes up with this, which is not in the book at all. I know for the first Frankenstein, the 1931 Frankenstein, wasn't really like the book neither, but it was a little closer. I mean, in the book, there really never was a bride. He never did. He told the monster he was going to make a bride, but he didn't. Dr. Frankenstein didn't make it. And then also in this movie, you get Dr. Pretorius, who wasn't even in the novel. And he was just an evil, he was the mentor to Victor Frankenstein. But whatever, it's all right. I mean, it's worth watching. And I do know a lot of people consider The Bride of Frankenstein the best of the Universal Monsters. To me, not so much. It's probably my least favorite. Like I said, out of the big ones, when you talk the Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, the Mummy, the Wolfman, and then this probably brings up the rear. But yeah, it's worth seeing though, and the monster looks great. Now there is going to be a new one, a new Frankenstein come out, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm sure they're going to, kill it with the artificial intelligence and all that. The what they do to all the movies nowadays. Instead of using practical effects, they use all that crap, and I'm not a big fan of that. I wish they would go back to the old ways, and it might cost more money, but who cares? I mean, if you make a movie that breaks box office records because it's used practical effect, why not? Cost an extra couple $100,000, whoop-de-doo in this day and age. But anyways, I'm getting off on this rant, but let's take a look at this packaging. So the front is got this black and white front, but we get The Monster Demands a Mate, The Bride of Frankenstein, Ultimate Frankenstein with Monster Chair there. We get the picture of the monster in the chair right there. And let me see, it kind of looks like the real movie. It looks like the movie, so maybe that is a picture of the movie. We get Universal Monsters logo down there. On the side, we get a picture of our action figure there, looking good. Universal Monsters, NECA, Real Toys there. On this side, we get a picture of our action figure in the chair. Universal Monsters, NECA, Real Toys there. Top, and it is also colored just like the sides were. The monster demands a mate, choking hazard, 17 years of age and over. NECA logo there. It's looking good. And on the back, we do get a picture of the bride back here, and then some pictures of our monster, Bride of Frankenstein, in his chair. And it does say includes restraining chair, cup, bowl, bread, interchangeable heads and hands. Bride of Frankenstein figure sold separately, so you have to get the bride somewhere else. And on the bottom, we have warning, copyrights, barcode, and we get the makers of this figure right there, which is cool. NECA does that. I like to point that out. But let's go ahead and get this thing out. I don't know if there's any building to this, but man, I'm excited about it. So we're going to take this. It's such a big box. We're going to go ahead and take it right out of the top. So we got to cut the tape here. Get in here. Come on. Oh, right. Got that open. Oh, you know, one thing I forgot to show. I always forget this on these NECA'S. There you go. You get a picture of the bride. You get Frankenstein. You get the chair. And then you get to see your action figure in there, which is awesome that they do that. So very nice. All right, back to where we was. Pull this guy out of here. Bam, I think I got everything. Now, there is a backdrop, so empty box there. We'll set that down there. And our box looks like the dungeon of the castle. Not bad. Not great, but not bad neither. That's a really big backdrop. You could probably do a lot with that. All right, we are going to go through these accessories first. I guess, let's see. Maybe I'll just show you Frankenstein in his plastic coffin right there. There you go. Look at that. How does that look? That looks great. Now, I can see that the base of the chair is going to be under here, along with some of the chain restraints there. So that is going to be on the bottom. I guess I should go ahead and cut that off right now. I will say that I saw, it's been 10 or 11 months ago, my good friend Ecto Eric. If you don't know Ecto Eric, check out his channel. He opened this thing up, man, and I had it, but it wasn't spooky season yet, so I wasn't going to open it. And man, when he opened that thing, I was chomping at the bit. I got mine out of the box that I was keeping it in, the storage, the tub, and I was looking at it. Man, I wanted to open it up so much. So yeah, check out Ecto Eric's unboxing of this. It's pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Now we'll take that off. So here's your base of our chair right there. All right, we are going to go through these accessories first. So I'm going to set everything over here. And we do have an accessory cap, which if you watch the channel enough, you know how much I love these accessory caps. Keeps all your accessories in there without coming unstowed in here and bouncing around. All right, the first thing we're going to look at is going to be a mug. A mug, yes. That's right. It's a beer mug, an ale mug, and I do like it. It looks good. You could use this with a lot of different action figures here if you wanted, but I think this replicates when Frankenstein met the blind man that was playing the fiddle. Frankenstein met him, and he taught him what's good and what's bad, kind of a good part of the movie. Next, we're going to check out bread. A loaf of bread right here. Same thing, same part of the movie. And then we're going to get a bowl. Frankenstein gets to eat some porridge right here. A bowl of porridge like that. And again, all these things can be used with other action figures, which is awesome. And we're going to get a right kind of reaching out for you hand. Looks good. I'm wondering if this is a repaint of our other Frankenstein action figure from NECA that we have. And then we get a left hand, same kind of thing, big wide grip there. That might be able to hold the mug, maybe. Let's see. Yes, that can hold the mug. So very good, very good. And then, I love this, we're going to get a hand that is holding a cigar. That's right. Frankenstein smokes a cigar in The Bride of Frankenstein. In the same scene where he's with the blind man. And the blind man doesn't know he's a monster, so he likes him. He's friendly to him, and Frankenstein appreciates that because everybody else is afraid of him. So Frankenstein the monster takes a liking to this blind man. That's it for the small accessories. Now, we do have over here, I am going to pull up the base of our chair. And I'm thinking this is going to snap in. Now, what I will say is that if this snaps in, I'm definitely not going to snap it all the way in, because if it snaps in and you can't get it off, you won't be able to get it back in the box. And you know me, I repackage everything when it's in the off season. When it's not spooky season, I'll put all these horror figures away and get out my G.I. Joes, He-Man, stuff like that. So I really want to be able to take this apart. So I may not, but it may let you. Some things, though, once you snap it in, you know what I'm talking about. You get toys for your kid or something, you snap it in, and it ain't ever coming back out. All right, so there's the base. Another accessory cap, and this accessory cap is holding our restraints. So we get one chain. Now, this is plastic, but it looks good. It looks like real chain. And then we get a second restraint. And this is actually what Frankenstein pulls out of the block there when he breaks free. Now, he is in this chair for probably a total of about 30 seconds in the movie. The townspeople run out and they catch Frankenstein. Big mob of people. They bring him back to town and they put him in this chair right here. All right, so there is that. That is empty there. So now we're on to our other part of the chair, and it is tied in. So I have to get my scissors out here. All right, our scissors, and I'm going to cut these ties. I'm going to go ahead and cut the ties off Frankenstein, too. Uh-oh, I lost all the heads just popped out of here. So that's why you won't need them accessory caps right there. Your heads will pop out. All your accessories go flying. If you're an inbox collector, that would be detrimental. You would have to go get another one. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this chair up and out of here. There we go. Oh, and we have, I don't know what this is. This looks like, to me, it looks like a broken piece. It is a angle iron or something. Maybe it isn't broken, but I don't like the way that looks. Maybe it's not broken. We'll see what that does. We'll set it right there for now. All right. Now, let's switch spots here. We're going to put Frankenstein right over there. We'll get our base here. Get these ties out of here. And we are going to see, yeah, this looks like if I push this down, I don't know. Yeah, you may be able to get it back off. So I'm assuming this is going to be the front because you need these things right here are going to go in there. Because that's what he pulls out to escape. Now we're going to take this. All right. It is in there, and yeah, we'll be able to take them off so we can rebox it. All right. So I guess that's it. Now, I do not know what this is right here. I don't think it is I think it's just some packing material that got dropped in the box, maybe. But we're going to set that right there. Now, we will get this over here. Now, we got to look at our extra heads. And I dropped one, so I got to go get it. All right, here is our extra heads. The first one is a smiling Frankenstein. Looks good. Again, I don't think it's a repaint. I think this is brand new head right here. But it is kind of a smiling. I think this is when he was smoking a cigar with his blind friend who lived in the cabin. So very good. Very good. You can even see the staples holding his hair on his head. But good. You can see Boris Karloff in these really well, too. Next head, we're going to have this is the one where he wants out of that chair, I do believe. He's grunting. He's kind of giving a side eye. He's looking off to his right here. Man, they look good. Outstanding, really. I mean, this may be better than our first Frankenstein, which we will get that down. It is right back there and compare them. All right, I think that is it. That is all of our accessories. So now all we have to do is grab Frankenstein by his toe, pull him up, and Frankenstein is still tied in. He has ties on his shoulders, too. Unbelievable, unbelievable. This guy's really tied in. Was cutting that, I noticed right here is a baggie. And guess what? There is nothing in this baggie. So what the hell is this baggie for? I'm not sure. I mean, it's definitely a Ziploc baggie with nothing in it. So we're going to set that there. Maybe we've lost some pieces, but it looks like everything is here. Not sure why they would put. Maybe the baggie is just a place to put your accessories. Once you open the figure, maybe that NECA decided to give you a baggie to put all your accessories in. Maybe, I don't know. All right, let's grab Frankenstein by a toe, pull him up, and Frankenstein has been resurrected. There he is. Empty coffin there. Get rid of that. Let's get our big chair over here. Let's check out. Ties everywhere. Let's check out this articulation on this. He looks down a little bit, not up. His head goes side to side right there. It will go all the way around. Of course, with our extra heads, it is removable. Nice little shoulders go all the way around. He does have the single joint in there. In the shoulder. Single jointed elbow. It will rotate. He can throw the Nolan Ryan fastball. He does have an ab crunch. He's got the hula hoop waist. Look at the hips. He can get the high kick. He can do decent straddles. He's got single jointed knees. He's got the ankle rocker, and he can flex it slightly, but not a whole lot. With his pant cuff kind of hits it there a little bit. His wrists go up and back also. And that's it, and that is plenty if you ask me. I love it. All right, let me take a look at this guy. So this head sculpt here is very just relaxed looking Frankenstein here. Not sure what part of the movie this is from, but looks good. I love the jacket is not sculpted on. It is plastic, but that's okay, man. These Ultimate figures are superb. His hands are kind of relaxed hands. He does have the rip in his shirt right here, just like in the movie. Rip down here. His jacket is ripped there. So he's, look here, even his collar is kind of ripped off on this side. So outstanding job with this. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Let's change the head. Let's put on his smiling head because we are going to give this guy a cigar to smoke. So this is going to be his right hand. So we got to take his right hand off. Put the smoking hand on there. There, looky there. Can you get it up to his mouth? I really, really doubt it if you're going to get it up to his mouth. It does. I mean, you're close. You're close, but yeah, not quite there. Just misses Just misses his mouth to be able to puff on that cigar right there. You know, I just thought of this. We just got 4 cigarettes with our Vincent Price. Now we've got a cigar with our Frankenstein. What's next? Cigarette commercials coming back or what? That'll be awesome. But yeah, I like it. So he's smoking that cigar. We can give him his beer right here. Oh, no, we can't give him his beer yet because we got to take that hand off and put on his wide grip hand here. Now we can stick the beer in his hands. So our Frankenstein's monster right here is ready to party. Looks like me on a Friday night. Yes, sir. Maybe Thursday night. That's the drawing night at our local watering hole. So this looks like me on Thursday night. All right, what else can we do here? We can take that out. Let's try the bowl. Can he hold the bowl of porridge? I mean, this grip is really wide. I think it probably would if you messed with it enough. But I'm not going to get it in there right now. How about the bread? Yeah, he can hold the bread. He's eating bread. So very good. All right, now for the big part here. We got to change our hands out. Got to get that out. Now we want our kind of crazy looking hands here. Wide gripped hands because he is going to be trying to get out of this chair. Now, how is he put in this chair? Look at this. It's even got a lock right here. That is great. Now, that is going to have to come off somehow. So does this lock actually open? Maybe it does not. Maybe you're just supposed to, let's see, get him in a sitting position. Get that head up and under. Oh, look at that. How about this? Then we're going to get, now these have to open, right? Well, I guess you got to, I jumped the gun on putting these hands on there. I guess you would have to put them over the hand because they don't open either. Same thing again. I love this. Put that over his wrists. There you go. Now the boards right here do not move in and out like they did in the movie, so you're not going to get that. You do have these chains around the back right there. I think that is just for looks. You're not going to be able to do anything with that. They would just chain that down so he couldn't get out. Now Frankenstein grabbed hold of that sucker and he ripped that out, bam, and pulled that out. And then he grabbed this chain right here and ripped this off. He breaks the chain. It'd been nice to have a breakaway chain there. And then he busts out and Frankenstein is loose. How about this? How about that? Now, how are we going to display? I guess we have to display him in this chair. I would totally think so, but let's go ahead and get down his, I want to put this hand on here, just a regular hand. And I want to get out our other Frankenstein, our ultimate Frankenstein. Right here. And let's check out these face sculpts real quick. So we have, not that one. I think this is the same face sculpt with different paint applications. I really think it is. So I believe this is the same as that, but these are 2 new sculpts right here. These were not with this ultimate Frankenstein's monster right here. It was not, but so everything is pretty much the same. The pants are the same, the boots the same. They did tear the shirt away a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get the bride down. We got to get the bride down. All right, here is Frankenstein's Bride. How about that? We only have one, so they're going to have to share this lady right here. So looks good. I like it. Now, there is another one. NECA just announced it is up for pre-order right now for a 2-pack. It's the Bride and Frankenstein, and I did pre-order it. I'm sure it's going to be the same exact figures, but the packaging is going to be different. So I had to get it because I keep all my packaging, and I would love to see that. And I will unbox that when I get it. I'm not sure when it's due out, but it is up for pre-order right now. But that's going to be it. Hey, check out the Never Not Horror podcast, myself and my co-host Steve L. Clark, the great author of so many horror books. I have some right here. His short story book, Twisting Parallels. We have Sinner, great book right there. We have Down Home. This might be my favorite one. And then we have The Doors of Chamberlain. And he's got one more, and it is back here on the wall, The Collapse of Ordinary. Great, great books, great writer. So check out his website, steveclarkbooks.com. I'll leave the link in the description below. And listen to the Never Not Horror podcast. We have a blast on there. It's a weekly podcast. We have a new episode every Wednesday, deep dive into horror movies. And then every other weekend, it is a quick cuts where we just kind of more of a hangout session, and we're not doing a deep dive into one movie. We may do our top 13 favorite movies from a particular franchise or whatever. Lots of things to do there. Right now, it is September, so we are dedicating the whole month of September to Stephen King, since Stephen King's birthday is September 21st. So we are going to go deep into Stephen King this whole month of September on the podcast. So give it a listen. Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, any other place you listen to your podcasts at. But that's going to be it. Thanks so much for watching. I love you all out there. For The Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster, and his chair, and NECA. Until next time, oh yeah.